No threat to our Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess. Mask off, he's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they planning. It's Hotep, Hotep, hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep, Hotep, hope you motherfuckers understand. No threat to our Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess. Mask off, he's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they planning. It's Hotep, Hotep, hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep, Hotep, hope you motherfuckers understand.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to the after party. Give yourselves a round of applause because you could be anywhere right now, but you're hanging out with me, and I really do appreciate it. If you're new, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. Share the stream, guys. Let people know we live. You catching the replay? Leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. I can use that constructive criticism. Also, I would love to know what you think about the topics for tonight, man. We got a good show lined up for you, but first off, salute to Unc and HJ with a fantastic show. The best podcast in the land. Hotep's been told you, man. Hotep's been told you. The only way it could be better if it had Canon Hotep on it. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. I hope you guys had a wonderful day out there. I hope you had a wonderful day. Man, Grifties, March 29th, this Saturday, man. If y'all can make it, get some tickets. HotepNation.com, hit the Grifties tab, get a ticket, man. We out there in, Morris Plains, New Jersey at Tiff's Comedy Club, a.k.a. the Dojo of Comedy. It's going to be a lit time, fantastic time. Come join yours truly, Hotep Jesus, Uncle Hotep, and a host of other people that's going to be there, man. It's going to be a fantastic night, Throw some chapstick on because the nigga over here cracking and bleeding out this bitch. That's the worst shit, yo. You ever ain't had no chapstick around and your shit start cracking and bleeding, boy? It is the worst. You gotta take your ass to sleep soon. Damn, 5 a.m.? Damn. I wanted to get out there with y'all on Friday, but, kid shit. My daughter, she got a competition on Friday. And then, finding plans for my son, which he gonna go with my mother. But by the time I get off of work, get him situated, get my daughter to the, to the little competition and all that shit, by the time I would have got to Jersey, it'd have been midnight. I'm like, I'm not fucking paying for a room that I'm not really gonna sleep in. So I was like, I'm gonna make it up there Saturday, pay for the room. Already paid for the room, but make it up there Saturday, and then we come back Sunday. It'll be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. I can't wait. Jabari, make sure you got some sweet tea on deck. I'm gonna need to try them. I think I'm gonna do the braised short ribs, Jabari. I think I'm gonna do the braised short ribs, and I might have to get some more of that jambalaya. That jambalaya was jamming. I didn't get the spicy one though, and I saw Unc and Federales over that bitch sweating. It was sweating, boy. I was like, damn, that shit must be spicy as a bitch. But I digress. I can't wait. I may or may not wear my brunch boots. I may or may not wear my brunch boots. Oh, man. But I can't wait, yo. Got the fit already. You know what I mean? It's going to be a fun time. Man. So what we got in the news, yo? We still got that signal shit in the news. New York. Let's start with this shit. So a judge in New York, right, rules that Amish people have to get their children vaccinated. They ruled that they have to get their children vaccinated or face a fine. This shit is crazy. That goes against everything the Amish way of life is. And this comes on the heels of they're using the measles. They're using the measles as this precursor to force the Amish to get their children vaccinated, which is wild to me. Like, really? We using the measles now? I remember, well, I don't remember because I wasn't living back in the day, but I used to watch the Brady Bunch and certain shows, and they would get the measles on the show, and they made it seem like it was not a big deal. Not to mention, we got a measles, I thought kids get vaccinated for measles already. So how the fuck is the kids catching measles? And don't give me this, it's the unvaccinated children that are catching measles, because that's not the case. How these kids did some new shit? Did measles gain of other fucking function? That's what it sounds like. But nevertheless, they're making the Amish get their kids, or they're trying to make them get their kids vacationed, and they're fighting it. And rightfully so, they should fight that shit. Like, who is the government to tell you what to do with your body and your kids' bodies? And I stand by that, right? That's why I tell people when they ask me about the whole abortion situation, I'm like, no, personally, do I think it's a good thing to do? No, I don't. I recognize that it's not a good thing to do. However, it ain't none of my business what somebody else does with their body. It's between them and the good Lord, right? All right? I ain't trying to be in other motherfuckers' pockets. Households. I don't want nobody watching my household or my pockets. You know what I mean? But it should be the same thing with the government. And I hope that they get this shit sorted out. Hope they get this shit sorted out. And if RFK does anything, he should go and he need to make sure that shit don't go down the way that the state of New York is trying to make that shit go down. You don't want to set that precedent. You know what I mean? Jabari says, thank God for New Jersey religious exemption. Apparently in New York, there wasn't a religious exemption for this. Now they're trying to make it seem like it's some extenuating circumstance that now they have to get their kids vaccinated. That shit is fucked up. After all these years. I want to know. I need to do some more research on this. I want to know how many kids. If we can do this shit right now live on the show. Let's do this. I want to know how many Amish children had measles. I don't know how to spell the shit. Let's see. Okay. So they said the last one, which was in 2014, right? It's very interesting here. Which would make sense, right? You got to look at the context here. So in 2014, measles outbreak in the Amish community in Ohio, a total of 383 people were infected with the measles, 99% of whom was Amish. No shit if it's in the Amish community, right? With the outbreak traced back to 2 Amish men who returned from typhoon relief work in the Philippines where measles were also prevalent. So you're saying the shit was isolated to the Amish people. The shit didn't break out into the rest of the world or the rest of the United States. It seems like this is an isolated incident. You let them people do what they going to do. Period, full stop. Period, full stop. It's their body, their choice, goddammit. Ain't that what they always saying out here? It's their body, their choice. If the Amish people want to fucking do that shit, let them do that shit. I don't know how deadly measles is. But if they feel like it's not that serious and that the kids is going to recover from it, then let them fucking do it. Clearly it's not affecting the rest of the fucking United States because, for one, they don't go to school with regular kids. They go to their own little Amish school. They're around their own little community. That should stay isolated with them. Now, New York out here trying to force them to do some shit they don't want to do. Now, what I'm going to say is this, Trump and RFK, Trump, the Amish is the reason you fucking won. The Amish came out in record numbers to vote for Donnie T in Pennsylvania. Trump, you need to make this shit right, bro. You need to make this shit right. All right, RFK, you need to make this shit right. The court should not be able to force these people to get the measles vacation, and if not, be fined something crazy. I think it was like a 6-figure fine. You know, they already tried to take their milk from them, and their, you know, their staples and, you know, like raw milk and shit like that from them. Now you trying to force them to put some shit in their kids' bodies that they don't want to put in their kids' bodies. You know, you gotta leave that shit alone, man. You gotta leave that shit alone. So, you know, Godspeed to the Amish. Hopefully they win that battle. You know? Just saying. Not a sermon, just a thought. What's up, E? What's the deal? Exactly, Jenny. Leave the fucking Amish alone. I wouldn't want nobody telling me what to do with my fucking kids. It's my kids. You know what I mean? If something go down with my kids, that's on me. It's not for the government to come and step in and tell you what you should do. You know? Let me see something. I'm looking for something real quick. Gosh dang it. There we go. Really? I just saw something that said that the Electric State. This is movie on Netflix called The Electric State. It's got Chris Pratt and the girl from Stranger Things in it. I liked it. I thought it was a cool little family movie. I didn't even know about it until Jay told me. Like, hey, yo, you seen the Electric State? I'm like, what the fuck is the Electric State? I don't think you talking about the electric company and shit. I'm like, you talking about the fucking fake Sesame Street shit? He talking about this movie called The Electric State. Just came out. It's on Netflix. I thought it was a good movie. I liked it. I liked it a lot. It's still AI lives matter. You know, robot lives matter. But at the same time, it was a little fun family movie. Had a good time watching it with the family, with the kids and stuff. You know, I don't think it was a dumpster fire. I think people were just tripping too much. I think people just tripping too much. But I'm looking for this video. Where the fuck is it? Oh, come on, y'all. Where is it? I don't think it was a live stream. I should have pulled it up before we started the stream, but whew, there it go. I had to get that out. I was stifling that shit back. Let me see if it's a live stream. Let me see. Let's see this. Oh, I can. Here we go, right here. Why is this shit? Why is this shit in the live stream? That's stupid. All right, so I want y'all to watch this video. Y'all remember what happened with y'all know who Cain Velasquez is, right? Y'all know who Cain Velasquez is, right? You know, former UFC heavyweight champion Cain Velasquez. Well, 3 years ago, he was arrested because he watch the show. Watch the video.
Free Cain. So for those of you who don't know, Cain Velasquez, former UFC heavyweight champion, was arrested and facing multiple felony charges for trying to kill a man who allegedly molested one of his family members. Let's check out the story. Cain Velasquez officially charged after allegedly trying to kill a man accused of molesting his relative. Officials say former UFC champion Cain Velasquez chose to take the law into his own hands when he allegedly chased down and fired at a truck carrying a man accused of molesting one of the fighter's close relatives. The 39-year-old heavyweight champion was arraigned on Wednesday for shooting a man in an attempt to murder another man who has been charged with molesting Velasquez's close family member. According to a statement from Santa Clara County District Attorney, Velasquez allegedly began shooting at the victims while driving. Following the victim's truck for 11 miles, the pursuit became a high-speed chase through busy streets into San Jose, before authorities said Velasquez rammed his truck into the Silverado and fired multiple rounds with his registered .40 caliber handgun. Investigators say he was trying to shoot and kill Gilardi, who was facing felony charges that he molested a child. He was arraigned in Santa Clara County Superior Court in February, and a judge released him from custody without bail over the district attorney's objections. According to the district attorney's office, he was on his way to get an electronic monitoring bracelet, part of the conditions of his bail, when the truck he was in was ambushed. The alleged abuse happened at a Santa Clara County daycare center run by Gilardi's mother. Gilardi lived on the property where the daycare was located. Denver Post reports.
See, let me tell you what they don't tell you. They don't tell you that this so-called family member was his daughter. They don't tell you that she was molested over 100 times by this man. A judge charged him with child molestation and then let him out with no bail. As far as I'm concerned, the system failed. Meanwhile, they demonizing Cain in the media, calling him basically a menace to society, all the while making this guy out to be the victim. I don't know any good father that wouldn't have did what Cain did. You touch my kid and you get to walk free? Nah, homie, that shit can't ride. And of course it's happening in California. They're teaching our kids that it's okay to touch themselves. There's more than one gender. They're trying to normalize all this pedophilia shit. So of course they're gonna make the pedophile out to be the victim and the guy that should be heralded as a hero out to be the villain. But Cain got a hell of a support system inside. Both UFC fighters and the community around him rallied together to help him with his court fees and to support him. They even got a hashtag started, Free Cain. But this story is fucking sad. You want people to trust in the system, but then the system turn around and do some shit like this. You protect the child toucher, but you demonize the child's father. Make that make sense. And I'm sure Cain is gladly facing these charges. I'm sure he just mad he missed. Because in my opinion, that dude lights need to be turned out. As far as I'm concerned, Cain need to be looked at as a hero. We all say that we would do exactly what Cain did in this situation. And Cain was actually put into this situation, and he did that shit. All I can say is this. Godspeed to Cain. Salute to you, sir. I hope you come out of this on top. To the motherfucker who molested his daughter, I hope you get yours, homie. It's Cannon Hotep. I holla at you. So that story was 3 years ago, right? That story was 3 years ago. He has now been sentenced. Cain has been sentenced, found guilty and sentenced to 10 years in prison. Judge ruled him and found him guilty and sentenced him to 10 years in prison. Meanwhile, the child molester has not been charged at all. The child molester has not been charged at all. They still looking at him as a victim in the quote-unquote assault. Now, y'all heard what I said about it, and I still stand by that. Now, Cain was shooting into the car in a fit of rage. He didn't hit the guy, but he hit somebody else. I think he hit the guy's father or stepfather or whoever it was. Right? Didn't kill him, but he hit him. But still, he shot the other guy. They were aiding and abetting a fucking pedophile. Fuck him. They were aiding and abetting a pedophile. Fuck him. Sorry. It's just how I feel about the situation. That man touched his kid over 100 times. First off, it's got to be something wrong with you, right? It's got to be something wrong with you. And some people say that child molesters, they're not redeemable. They're not. You can't rehab them, right? They just what they are, right? They're just what they are, right? But you got to have a screw loose to fuck with a fucking UFC champion's fucking kid. Right now, I feel like shooting them and killing them is him getting off too fucking easy. Right, you're Cain Velasquez. you're one of the most dangerous men on the planet. I'd have whooped his ass like Batman for at least 5 to 10 minutes. He'd have begged for me to kill him. He'd have begged for me to end it. All right? Like, every punch you landed on Brock Lesnar fucking did damage. Okay? On Brock Lesnar, where he just tapped the fuck out like, I can't take no more of his fucking hits. I'd have beat the brakes off this man. He'd have been unrecognizable. It might have been, like, I'd have beat him so bad, they'd be like, shit, it would have been more humane if he just fucking shot him. But nevertheless, New Mexico, what's something up with New Mexico? I don't know what the fuck is going on down there. Like, they're super liberal. They just want to see people suffer. It's all to give him 10 years. 10 years. But yet the guy that was touching the kid, and I'm pretty sure his kid ain't the only kid that was getting touched by this person. He hasn't been charged or sentenced or anything. That's the craziness. That's the craziness. I didn't even realize this shit was still a thing until like yesterday. Like, that kid's gonna have mental, like mental scarring for the rest of their life over this shit. What the fuck do you expect to happen? You find out that this person been fucking with your kid and you lose your shit. Hell, think about it, right? Who was the guy, and was it in New York? The father who the karate instructor was molesting his kid, and he waited for him to walk past, and he fucking blew his brains out in front of the police, and he walked. And he walked. But Kane's the menace of society, right? Kane's unhinged. Anybody would have come unhinged on that. Now they're saying that when it's all said and done, because of, they'll say good behavior and time served, that Kane may serve 1 year in prison. To me, that is an injustice. That is an injustice. And the fact that they're protecting this pedophile and throwing the book at Cain Velasquez speaks volumes to the justice system. And it speaks volumes to these Democratic-run states. Honestly, I hope Trump need to pardon him, yo. Trump need to pardon him. Kane needs to be pardoned. I don't give a shit. Period. Full stop. He needs to be pardoned. He needs to be pardoned, and there needs to be more of a public outcry for this demon, this piece of shit. You know, this cancer on society, this Ghilardi, to be prosecuted and thrown in the fucking hooscow with gin pop. Federal pound you in the ass prison for the rest of his life. Shit is crazy, man. I feel bad. I feel bad for the kid. I feel bad for Kane. I feel bad for his family. You know, but like I said, you know, like I said, I'm sure he gladly did that shit. I'm sure he gladly did that shit. I'm pissed off thinking about it right now. I am pissed off thinking about it right now. Looking for something real quick. Let me see. Let's go here. Darn it, not here. Let's see. I know what to do. Let's do this real quick. I mean, am I the only person that would have did exactly what Kane did? Or would y'all just call the authorities? Or would y'all just call the authorities? You know what I mean? Because I feel like I'm not the only person that would have did that shit. there. Boom, boom. Upload. Do it that way. There we go. You going law-abiding citizen his ass? That was a good movie. That's a fucking fantastic movie. You wouldn't have got caught. You wouldn't have got caught. I can't even pick up the gun because we on YouTube, but I'm just saying, you know, they wouldn't have saw it coming. I'm gonna just put it like that. Dana need to make that call to Trump. Yeah, it's true. At this point, I'm more surprised when the government actually punishes pedos. Yeah, remember what what's her name? Ketanji Brown Jackson, is that her name? Remember when they found out that she was given bail, I guess, pardon the pun, to pedophiles, like not having them serve the recommended time for their fucking actions. Oh man, it's fucking crazy out here, man. And he's in jail. He's in jail. He's gonna go to jail. I just feel like justice was not served in this situation. Justice was not served. The wrong person is behind bars. The wrong person is being punished. I mean, that's what I was saying. Well, I feel like him trying to shoot him is getting off scot-free, getting off too easy. You know, too easy. I'm talking about putting him in traction. Street justice, yeah, we see. But like I said, that guy in New York who fucking blew that guy brains out for touching his kid, he walked. They didn't even try him for that shit. You know? The views and opinions expressed here on Cannon Hotep YouTube channel do not represent the views of YouTube or Alphabet Inc. Viewer discretion is advised. So check this shit out, y'all. Check this out. So I ain't even set it up, but fuck it. We right here already. Let's talk about the signal shit, right? I talked about this earlier today. On my morning show. If you don't know, I have a little morning show like Unc does. It's called that Rush Hour with Cannon Hotep. So we're talking about this signal situation, right? So with signal, everybody's talking about. I had a guy or whoever it was come at me on Twitter and say this was unsecure, this was reckless, and you know they need to be held accountable for it, right? And I go, oh, it was unsecure and it was reckless. Okay. So for those of you who don't know, Pete Hegseth, Tulsi Gabbard, JD Vance, Mike Walls, they were all on what's called Signal app, and they were talking and discussing plans to hit Yemen or the Houthis with an attack, which happened this past week. So apparently this journalist, editor-in-chief for the Atlantic, the editor-in-chief of it for Atlantic of all people, right? Somehow it's put into this Signal chat. Now, instead of having journalistic integrity and saying, hey guys, I don't think I should be here, I'm gonna go ahead and see myself out. No, he stays there like a snake. Then he starts to screenshot shit, and then he runs with it at his little bullshit ass fucking publication. Now it's a whole scandal, even though nothing really was disseminated. Like they had like, all right, we're gonna attack him at this time. We're gonna use these things to do these things, but they didn't have any coordinates. They didn't have any routes. They didn't have anything damning, I guess you could say, or that would have put the pilots in danger, right? Not to mention the shit already happened. So everybody's up in an uproar. Oh my God, this is crazy. This is reckless. I can't believe they're doing this. This is just like Hillary and her server, and you guys can't say anything about that now because of this. And I just said, you know what, guys, hold on, pump your brakes, because let's read this here. Matter of fact, let's go to the big screen. This is from Fox News by way of Yahoo News. I just got the screenshot because I didn't want to have a bunch of screenshots. Federal office in charge of ensuring cybersecurity at all levels of the government cited the use of encrypted messaging app Signal as best practice for highly targeted government officials, the Biden era document shows. Y'all read that? Huh? It goes on to say Fox News Digital found that the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CISA, outlined in a guide for federal employees late last year that encrypted messaging platforms such as Signal better protected officials against foreign enemy hackers amid a Chinese-linked cyber breach. CISA is an office under the Department of Homeland Security's umbrella that is in charge of ensuring cybersecurity across all levels of government. I wonder if all of the fucking leftists and the normies know that the Biden administration greenlit Signal for government employees. Not to mention that it was noted that the Biden administration themselves were using Signal to communicate back and forth because, let's be real, we're in the 21st century. It's 2025, okay? We're in the 21st century. It's 2025. Not everybody can get to the skiff. Okay, if you don't know what a skiff is, it's basically a room that like sound can't get in or out. Right? You leave your phone outside, you go in there, y'all talk, nobody can hear in, you know, nothing can get out. I forgot what it was, secure. What's it mean, Mike? Secure compartment or something, some shit like that. But it's called a skiff. Okay, it's just basically a secure room where you can talk, you know, and all that other shit. But not everybody can get to a skiff. So you got they greenlit Signal. Now, I said yesterday when we were talking about it, I said this is wild. Why doesn't the government have its own messaging app, its own homegrown messaging app, right? You feel me? Like, why doesn't it have their own secure app that they made homegrown that they use, right? Which is crazy. And I said, well, maybe, just maybe, Signal is approved, which boom, 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 ding, 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 ding has been approved. Okay, it's been approved. Now, check this shit out. Boom. This is from 2023. I forgot the name of the publication I got this from. Damn it. Anyway, this is from 2023. Signal facing collapse after CIA cuts funding. Signal facing collapse after CIA cuts funding. So it sounds like Signal, because Signal comes from a nonprofit organization, right? It's created by a nonprofit organization. How about that? How about that? An NGO created Signal. What we heard that before? The CIA was funding it. And you know why the CIA was funding Signal? This is why the CIA was funding Signal. Because agents in the field were using Signal to communicate back to the CIA. Oh, wrong one. It was made for agents in the field to communicate safely back with Langley. This what? So it sounded like Signal was created for the government, just like Twitter. But I digress. But again, it sounded like Signal was created for the government. It was created for the government. Sure, DARPA probably came out with it, somebody, just like they did with Facebook. So you know what this tells me, right? If Signal was greenlit by the federal government to be used by government officials, not only by just regular everyday government officials, it was being used by fucking operatives in the field. Agents in the field to communicate back with Langley. But you know what that tells me? Signal must be secure as a motherfucker. Signal must be secure enough that if you got you can use it and not risk your agents getting burned or blowing their cover or whatever. But that also tells me that Goldberg was added to that chat on purpose. Mike Waltz added Goldberg to that chat on purpose. The question is why? The question is why? And I don't know. Is tail wagging the dog? It's a distraction. What is the distraction from? I don't know. Maybe because we about to, we still fucking got a bombing campaign going on in Yemen. Maybe we about to strike fucking Iran and they trying to deflect from that shit with Yemen and we about to go after Iran. I don't know. Who the fuck knows? Maybe it's because Trump's about to release his the files for Crossfire Hurricane, which I still think is fucking crazy. We gonna get the Crossfire Hurricane files. We know what the fuck happened. You know what? I'm interested to see. I want to read it this for like confirmation on what I think happened back then. But again, we need the Epstein files. God damn it! Give us the Epstein files. The Crossfire Hurricane shit. Give it to us when you leave. You already the president of the United States for a second term. The shit didn't work. Okay, I would rather see the assassination attempt files, okay, with Crooks and why his fucking house was scrubbed clean like the Americans and all that other shit. I'd rather see that. But I want the Epstein files, Trump. All right? Stop giving us other shit. We want to see the Epstein files. I doubt we see that shit for another 30 or 40 years. But like I said on yesterday, okay, like I said the day before that, well, like I said, it was a Monday. Signal was a fucking op. The Signal shit is an op. This shit is a distraction. I don't know what it's a distraction from, but it's a fucking distraction. They knew Goldberg, punk ass, was going to go run with that shit, and they wanted him to run with that shit to make it a story so they could deflect from some other stuff. Okay? So in the grand scheme of things, given the information I just gave you, Signal was fucking, was A-okay with the federal government. They did nothing illegal. This is not like Hillary and her fucking email servers that she bleach bit. This is nothing like it. Signal was actually said this is what we're going to use because the government, we can spend money on everything else. We can spend money on everything else and everybody else in every other country, but we ain't gonna spend the money the money that they sent to fucking Sesame Street in Afghanistan. They could have used to build a fucking homegrown app. Encrypted app to use. They might as well just use Microsoft Teams at this point. But it seems like Signal is the homegrown encrypted app that the federal government developed under a quote unquote nonprofit organization. Interesting, right? Interesting, right? Kit Clarenberg is the guy who wrote this article. Look at this. Let's go back to this real quick. Tor's original purpose was to shield American spies from detection while deployed overseas. It was opened up to a wider public use due to fears that if any enemy spy agency broke into the system, it could anonymize users, all of whom would be CIA operatives.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
I mean, what more do you want to see? What more do you want to see? Signal was developed and always intended for government use. Was always developed and intended for government use. Will says not shilling for Signal, but look at it. Signal is Signal secure? CIA says so. They use it. Apparently, it is. Is it hackable? Likely in time. Yeah. Did that reporter get into the chat intentionally or accidentally? His ass got in there. Fucking. He didn't get in there. Somebody let his ass in there intentionally. That's the better question. The leak part should be a question after we can get answers to the first questions. Yeah. No. That shit is a CIA op. Signal was always a government, or Signal was always a government app, apparently. which tells me the shit was secure until they decided it wasn't secure anymore. Now all of a sudden, Tulsi Gabbard and Pete Hegseth and JD Vance, their information was leaked. It was leaked because whoever is running this shit, the collective leaked the shit. Or Hegseth or somebody gave the green light to leak the shit because they need this shit to be a distraction, guys. Never let the left hand know what the right hand doing. So, there you go. Jonah Ryan. He is wrong mostly what? There are more private contractors using this tech than actual agents. But agents are still using it. And the original intention for Signal was for fucking agents. That's what it is. That's what it is. You know? So, salute to Jonah. What's up, Jonah? And I don't believe the accidentally shit. You know what I mean? Niggas will accidentally add it. Not a whole hidden server built in a house. They should be talking about how this reporter is moving like a whole screenshot niggas in the inbox for clout. Right? Exactly. Like that's exactly what it is. You know what I mean? To me, that's like you need to treat this shit. If you got some, this should have been classified. You need to treat this shit just like y'all treated Chelsea Manning shit. Y'all need to treat this shit just like you treated Julian Assange with this shit. You need to treat this shit just like y'all treated Edward Snowden. But you're not. Which tell me this shit is a fucking op. He was sent in there to get that information, those screenshots, and to disseminate that shit. It was on purpose. Now, was it to cover something for a smokescreen or to throw dirt on the Trump administration's name? I don't know. All I know is this shit was definitely a nothing burger, and people are making it, blowing this shit out of proportion, making a mountain out of a fucking molehill. You know? I'm just saying. So, I tell you, you gotta love it. You gotta love it, guys. Oh my goodness gracious. Anyway, let's keep it moving. So, in the interest of time, this is the last one. We're going to talk about Luigi Mangione. Yep, that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Luigi Mangione. You guys know who that is. Luigi Mangione is the guy that allegedly shot and killed the guy. Luigi Mangione is the guy who allegedly shot the CEO of United Healthcare. His lawyer has come out and said, my client should be set free. My client should be set free. He should walk. My client says he's innocent, and I believe him. But not only do I believe him, let me put this in real quick. Not only do I believe him, y'all fucked up. Y'all fucked up. I was like, damn. So let me tell you why he said they fucked up, right? And again, I covered this earlier today, you know. So this is what I'm talking about, right? My man Luigi right here. Luigi Mangione, this is the guy that all the girls love and all the guys want to be. This is the guy that all the women love and all the guys want to be right here. Luigi Mangione, right? So, this is why his lawyer says that Luigi may be the wrong guy. Okay? Now, we've all seen the video. We saw it ad nauseum. I covered it. And I still stand by what I said. I don't think he's the shooter. I've been said that shit. I said, I don't think he's the shooter. The person that we seen, maybe they look similar, but it's not him. And I've been saying that shit. So, this is what his lawyer said. His lawyer said that all of this shit that's happening right now, him being arrested, him going to trial, this shit is happening in Altoona, Pennsylvania, right? And you guys say, what's wrong with that, Cannon? This is the problem with that. New York didn't put any charges on him. New York didn't charge him. The shooting happened in New York. Why didn't New York charge him? It's because they don't got enough evidence to say that Luigi is the fucking shooter. They don't got a positive ID that Luigi is the fucking shooter. They don't got enough substantial evidence to prove that Luigi is the fucking shooter. Right? So, again, we see this picture right here with Luigi, right? Got thick ass eyebrows, right? Now, when we watch the shooter had a fucking unibrow, right? You can't grow a unibrow that fucking fast. You can't grow a unibrow in 10 days, people. You can't grow a unibrow in 10 days. Not to mention, his lawyer said, how can you know it's my client? The person had a mask on. The person had a mask on. Right? All you can see is the bridge of the nose and some eyebrows. You don't know. All you guys can say is like, oh my gosh, he was at a fucking McDonald's with the same jacket on. Or not even the same jacket, because it's not even really the same jacket or backpack in the McDonald's. Nothing similar. But he fit the description. I'm sorry, the McDonald's was in Pennsylvania. I apologize. They found him in Altoona, Pennsylvania with a similar jacket on. And they said, I think we might have this guy. It might be him. So they made him a person of interest, and they went from a person of interest to the guy. But New York didn't send Altoona any substantial information on Luigi. They didn't send a positive ID. They ain't send nothing. So the police officers in Pennsylvania were going off of a fucking hunch. They got a call saying that this guy could be him. They get there. He got the same fucking Assassin's Creed fucking jacket on, and he got eyebrows. And they was like, oh, yep, it probably is him. They search him. It's Pennsylvania. I got a Pennsylvania gun permit, right? I got a Pennsylvania gun permit. I can carry a gun in PA, right? I can carry a gun in Altoona. They search him. Oh, he has a Glock 19. That's not the gun that was used to shoot the fucking CEO. The gun that was used to shoot the CEO was like a bolt-action handgun. I would love to reach in my safe and show you what it kind of sort of looked like, but I can't because of fucking YouTube. Okay? It was like a bolt-action handgun, right? We went over the video. Right? It was like a bolt-action handgun with a suppressor on it because it makes it fucking movie quiet. Okay? The Glock 19 is a far cry from that gun. Okay? They even have a version of it as a Glock 19, but it has a different type of slide stop that his Glock didn't have. His Glock didn't have it. Which says that ain't the right gun. Sorry, that isn't the right gun. So they was like, oh, he has a Glock 19 on him, and he had a fucking diary. And he made his diary into a manifesto. But when you read the diary, we all said the diary didn't read right. The shit don't read like a manifesto. We all said that shit. It's because of his fucking diary. But they made it seem like it was a manifesto. Right? And then people created the narrative of he was frustrated with the industry. Right, because they saw the pictures of his his surgery on his spine, right? He must have had a surgery that wasn't covered by United Healthcare. Meanwhile, this kid comes from fucking money, right? He's from Maryland, right? He went to Gilman down the street. You know how much money you gotta have to go to Gilman? His family owned radio stations here. They hammed up. They don't need a fucking United Healthcare to take care of a fucking back surgery. Right? And I said this in one of my streams. I said, yo, maybe the story isn't he was fucked up from the back surgery and they didn't cover it. Maybe his story was he had a back surgery that he was fucked up and he fucking rebuilt himself. Right? Because you see the picture of him out in the fucking wilderness with his shirt off with his abs and shit. Like, to me, that looked like, and I said it looked like the Matthew Frazier story from CrossFit. He broke his back Olympic weightlifting. They said he would never lift another weight again, and he is the 5-time fittest man in the world. So I was like, well, maybe Luigi has the fucking spinal picture and then him with his fucking shirt off, because although I just had this crazy devastating surgery where they probably told him he wouldn't be able to do anything anymore, he is now out here jacked the fuck up doing whatever the fuck he wants to do. It's probably a whole different story than what the media made it out to be. He's a victim of circumstance, allegedly. The media spun a narrative. The court of public opinion spun a narrative. The Altoona Police Department went with that fucking narrative, and they're fucking hanging this kid out to dry. I still stand by saying that he's not the shooter, and the real shooter got away. Now I could be wrong. And he could very well be the shooter. He could very well be the shooter, right? Right? Could very well be the shooter. But still, just like his lawyer laid out, there's not enough evidence to say beyond a reasonable doubt that he is the shooter. There wasn't enough evidence for them to arrest him. Now, look, I'm not a Luigi, what's his name, Elite Luigi Mangione fan. I just don't think it was him. And I've been saying that I don't think it was him. I've been saying it from day one. I could be wrong. But I don't think I am. But one thing I'm pretty fucking certain about, and I could be wrong again, because I said that the person that shot the CEO, they kind of had I'm just going off the eyebrows and shit. Motherfucker might be Iranian or some kind of like Persian or some shit like that. Not Italian. Italian would have been the last thing I picked. I'd have picked something Middle Eastern first. And I don't think I'm off the mark. If he ain't innocent, they don't have enough evidence to prove that he did it. Luigi Mangione's gonna walk. Luigi is going to walk, guys. What say you? Well, I want to know what y'all think. What caliber? It was probably a 9. I'm gonna say it was a 9mm. I think they said it was a 9mm that he was shot with. He's a patsy. We knew day one. Jonah Wild mixing fertilizer. Nah, bro. It was replay to the word part. I was like, yes, sir, you're right. It's a word. I don't know what y'all talking about. Used to be a Matt Frazier fan. Yeah, that's his whole story. Matt Frazier's whole story. That's how he got into CrossFit. He was an Olympic weightlifter in Colorado at the Olympic training facility. And he was, I think he said he was doing like clean and jerk or something, and he broke his back. He broke his back under like 450 pounds or something crazy. And he had to have surgery, extensive surgery. Almost looked like Luigi's surgery. That picture they were showing to him was like his surgery. And they said he wasn't going to be able to do any Olympic weightlifting or anything ever again. He was done. So, he said he was laying around in some more shit. Then he decided he wanted to start going to the gym. He went in there. He found a CrossFit gym where he could do some light Olympic weightlifting just to see where his flexibility and shit was. And then the coach took a liking to him, was like, hey, why don't you join the class? So he joined the class. He said, you can't use my Olympic shit till you join my these fucking classes. So he got the class. He started getting more mobile, more flexible, more fit. And he started being able to do Olympic lifts again. And we've seen what the fuck happened with Matt Frazier. Matt Frazier's he's the 5-time fittest man in the world, just like fucking Rich Froning. And this dude put up incredible weight and does some amazing shit despite having his fucking spine fused. You know what I mean? But yeah, Matt Frazier was the fucking man. Sound like some JFK shit. Computer chair posture. You talking about me? I don't know what you're talking about. Bro just happened to have all the incriminating documents in his backpack at Burger King. What's up, Ariel? I don't think he had incriminating documents or evidence. I think that he just had some shit on him and they just linked the shit to him like, oh, this is enough for us. But they never had any probable cause. They didn't get any information from New York to even go on to arrest him. That's the crazy shit. The shit happened in New York, so that means that New York would have everything, a bolo, all that shit. This is who we looking for. Right? They ain't looking at any of that shit. They just went off a fucking straight hunch, which is wild to me. You know, the manifesto just ended up being his fucking diary. You say the other day I heard a magician say there's a rule of probability that says out of a 56 people group there's an 80% chance of having two with the same birthday. There's a possibility two guys that look similar. I don't know. I think wrong. I'm not even gonna say wrong place at wrong time. I just think that he looked close enough and they went after him. Think about it, right? Let's just say, I don't know. Fucking Aaron Donald beat his wife or some shit and he went on the run. You know, Aaron Donald fucking killed his wife and he's on the run, and then I'm sitting in fucking Five Guys and Five Guys say, I think we see Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald's here at our Five Guys. He's sitting here eating a triple with bacon. And the police roll up on me and fucking arrest me for the death of some bitch I don't even fucking know because I look like Aaron Donald. You know what I mean? Like that, that's a possibility, you know? Oh, slight hunch to his posture. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But again, like they said, right? Even in the video, we don't know what this nigga look like. We don't know who it is. So it could very well not be Luigi. It could be. I'm not saying Luigi isn't the shooter, but he could be the wrong guy. It might not even be him. And I said that, like, you can go back to the streams that I've done on it. I'm like, yo, I don't think it's him. And I think he walks because they don't have the evidence to prove it. You think he's connected to it? Maybe. We're going to find out, though. The manifesto tells you he's at least connected. What's up, Josh? When we in the gym, like that motivation stream you had. Yeah, that was fun. That motivation stream was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. So, but I don't know, man. We're gonna see what happened with Luigi, man. I just thought we could follow up on it. It was something interesting to talk about. Now, like I said, guys, don't forget to go get your Grifties tickets if you can make it. Saturday, you know, we've been talking about it for quite a while. I hope you guys out there hanging out with us. I can't wait for it. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun time. I can't wait. So, question: are you so the people that's in here that's been into the Hotep movie night, which is on Wednesday nights? How y'all liking that? How y'all liking the movie night? You know, how many people one's in the chat if you've been into the movie night. And how do you like the movie night? We do that shit on Wednesday nights. You know, let me know. I had fun doing it. This past Wednesday, we watched Repo Men. We watched Repo Men. It was a fun time. Great movie. Fantastic movie. Another transhumanism movie, you know, and it showed people with the neural link. What they call it? Neural net? It wasn't called neural link in the movie. It was called neural net. This movie was made in 2010. people like needed a new heart or a new lung or some kind of organ or whatever. They went to this company to get it, and then 3 easy payments of $99.99, and it's all yours. But they were counting on people going delinquent on their payments, and then they would just go repo that shit and then sell it again to somebody else. Crazy movie, fantastic movie. Finally, Maye was in there yesterday. So anyway, movie night is killer. That's what I like to hear. So check it, right? Next week, next Wednesday, what y'all think about Stargate? That's what it is. What y'all think about Stargate? You know, with all of the stuff coming out about the pyramids, and the pyramids having these rods going down 600 meters with these spiral pathways and all that other stuff. I don't think we should watch Stargate. Stargate? Yeah, I think like Stargate's a classic. Even the TV show was pretty damn good. I used to watch that on Sci-Fi Channel. But Stargate the movie is pretty fucking good. I think it'll be a fun movie to watch, especially for the young kids that were like, 1 year old or 2 years old when Stargate came out. I remember going to see that movie in the theater, and I loved it. And then when the TV show came out, I used to watch it. Sorry, guys, I'm old. I used to watch it all the time, man. Oh, you haven't seen it, Justin? Okay. Jeannie said she loves that movie. Black Adam. I thought Black Adam got a bad rap. I liked it. I thought it was a decent movie. Stargate and Stargate SG-1 are the shit. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, yo. That show, like, I love it. I think that is parts of I think that movie has, a part of the truth in it, right? I think that movie has a part of the truth. So we're going to watch Stargate next Wednesday, so make sure you mark your calendars, guys. Mark your calendars. Wednesday, 8:30 p.m., we're going to watch Stargate. It's going to be a fun time, guys. It's going to be a fun time. Make sure you be on the lookout, and if you're over on Kick, make sure that you got notifications on, that you subscribe to me or you're following me over on Kick, because on Saturday we will be going live from the Grifties. I appreciate you, Josh, with the one gifted sub. Appreciate you. Get the Don DeMarco.
Don DeMarco.
Appreciate you. We'll be going live from the Grifties, so you'll get my perspective. Right? Make sure you subscribe to me, Unc, and HJ. You're going to get my perspective. You're going to get HJ's perspective, and you're going to get Unc's perspective. We're going to be all over the place, especially after the Grifties, okay? It's going to be a fun time. It's going to be lit. I'm going to make sure I take my battery pack so my shit don't die on me while I'm out there running around. I wish my glasses worked with the fucking app, but it doesn't. It only works with Meta stuff. But it'll be a good time, so make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow. Maybe I put it on YouTube. I don't know yet, But anyway, that's all I got for y'all. If you're new, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon to let you know when I got new content coming out. Share the stream, guys. Let people know we live. You catching the replay, leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. I could use that constructive criticism. If you want to donate to the channel, $ Cannon Hotep on Cash App, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, Kick subscriptions, always welcome. Until next time, guys, it's Cannon Hotep saying be blessed, stay strapped, don't miss, and don't worry about tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow got enough problems of his own. Worry about today. I'll holler at you guys. I ain't never got my outro ready.
So relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes.